Hi Capricorn, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Nina and today we are doing your March 2020 predictions. This is going to apply to Capricorn Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Keep in mind that this is a general reading, so it might not apply to everyone, and that is okay. So yeah. I'll be linking down below any of the decks that I am using. I'm using 2 decks today, so if you want to check them out, go ahead and check them out. If you want to book a personal reading with me, you can do so at Sinfulpluto.com. And let's see, what else do I need to say? Oh, like the video, share, subscribe, and let's get started. So the oracle card that I pulled for you is the activated earth, and it says power places, ley lines, trust where you're led. All right, so what this feels to me, Capricorn, is that in the month of March, you might need to reconnect to your spirituality in some way. Maybe visit sacred grounds or visit a place that is just very sacred, very maybe even ancestral to you. Maybe visit an ancestor of yours or get in contact with an ancestor of yours. Or maybe even kind of start like making gifts for your ancestors. Maybe create an altar for some of you if you don't already have one, or just start like showing your devotion to like the spiritual world, to your ancestors in some way, to your spirit guides in some way, and to your angels in some way. Because by doing that, I feel as though that kind of further increases or strengthens the relationship between you two. And I feel that your ancestors, your spirit guides, angels, whoever, right, you believe in, I feel as though they have things that they want to share with you that could be incredibly helpful. And it seems as though they're trying to guide you down a really great path. For some of you, March might feel as though, like, may feel a little bit like stagnant, or maybe you might feel that you're not doing enough, or that things are just aren't moving fast enough. At the bottom of the deck, I have the Void, and that's why I'm saying that. And it says, stop, embrace winter, great cosmic wound. So for you, Capricorn, it might feel as though you're just not doing enough, or there's just not a lot of progress in the month of March. Like things are just really slowing down for you, and you're like, oh, like I don't know what to do. I need to work. I need to do this, and that. All of that sort of thing. And with the phrase trust where you're led, it seems as though your spirit guides are really trying to tell you to like slow down, to take a break. It has nothing to do with you. It's just the fact that, you know, we're kind of like maybe at a transition period, or things are just like, you know, they're slowly working their way through, you know, slowly like falling into place, you know, that sort of thing. So if and when that happens, don't be so hard on yourself. Just continue having faith and having trust, and continue building a strong bond with your spirituality, with your angels, with your spirit guides, things along those lines. So there's that. Let's go ahead and see what's going on for you this month. I'll be linking down below the decks that I'm using, like I said earlier. So if you're interested in checking this deck out, it'll be there. This is the This Might Hurt Tarot. I literally got it today. It came in the mail today. I'm so excited. I love it so much. So yes. All right, Spirit. So what's going on for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in March 2020? Oh, okay. So we have the 7 of Wands and the 10 of Swords that fell out. Yeah. So actually, let me not say anything first. Let me get all the cards. We have the Hermit reversed, Virgo energy, the High Priestess, 3 of Cups reversed, Ace of Pentacles, and at the bottom of the deck is the Knight of Swords reversed. Right here. Interesting. So having the Knight of Swords reversed is kind of a caution for you to be careful to jump into anything that you're not quite ready for. I feel that this is kind of saying how you might find yourself in the month of March trying to force certain situations to happen, trying to force certain projects to happen, like trying to push like the publication of something, or trying to push like just something, right? Trying to push something forward, because it feels like it just feels like you're in the void. It just feels like things are slowing down, and you might feel as though things are just not working out in your favor. Maybe you feel as though you are being faced with a lot of obstacles. Maybe you feel that people aren't really understanding you, or they're just kind of like, they're not accepting what you're putting down just to fuck with you. It kind of feels like, why am I being punished right now? And it doesn't feel that it has anything to do with punishment, Capricorn. And if anything, I feel that this is definitely a test of your resilience and your perseverance this month. I feel that those things might be pushed to the forefront and really tested to see if you have the determination, the diligence to really push forward and to push past these obstacles. It might feel that you have a lot of opposition, or maybe people are kind of like trying to discourage you from doing certain things or following through with certain things. And for whatever reason that might be, maybe they feel as though that you have hit a dead end, right? Because we do have the 10 of Swords, right? Which is a dead end, which is talking about like needing to let something go and needing to reroute and needing to like re-navigate. And so it could also, with this 10 of Swords, this can also just be like you feeling dramatic or over dramatizing a situation, dragging things out, not using your critical thinking, just kind of like dragging out the pain, making things worse for yourself in some sort of way. And this to me, it just feels as though this month is a time to slow down. Like, yes, be diligent, right? Be determined, remain this way. But if things aren't, if they're just not working out right now, if things just aren't falling into place, if you feel as though like you have two puzzle pieces and they're just not matching up, that's okay, all right? You don't have to try to force those two puzzle pieces to fit together. This has nothing to do with your character, or it has nothing to do with like some sort of character flaw or you not being competent enough to like be able to do this. I feel that the universe is really trying to push you to just like slow it down a little bit and not overwhelm yourself with so many things. Be careful of that. With this Knight of Swords reversed again, it just feels that this month is a time for you to just like slow things down, to be careful of jumping into things blindly, because it feels that when you jump into something blindly, when you kind of follow your impulse without having any sort of strategy, you potentially will regret that and then kind of want to go back and like almost like reverse your actions so that you don't have to like deal with it. But you know, like it's said and done, you know, now you have to deal like with the consequences of that, if that kind of makes sense. And so that's kind of like this whole journey of just feeling as though there are just so many obstacles coming in your way. With the 7 of Wands upright, it seems that yes, you have the ability to conquer this. Like you will be victorious, you will be the underdog, you will be able to get through this. But it seems that you need to slow down a little bit. Like there has to be some sort of break that you take, or, you know, just if you have been overworking yourself or just like staring at this assignment that you're trying to do and like really trying to like push through it, but it's just like not coming out the way that you want to, taking a break for a little bit, resting a little bit, focusing on something else, or even like connecting with your intuition, connecting with your spirituality, connecting with your spirit guides, angels, whoever, ancestors, right? Connecting with that side of you, with the more abstract side of you, could potentially aid you in the situation, and it might make you feel a little less desperate and a little less like forceful or pushy in some sort of way, okay? With that being said, we have the Hermit reverse, which kind of feels like you feeling discouraged. And so your way of dealing with this situation, your way of dealing with like the opposition, with like all eyes on you sort of thing, with you, the way that I see you kind of coping with this is completely isolating yourself and pushing people away so that you can like mope around, and maybe even like pushing away your friends, leaving yourself out, or whatever the case is. Or maybe you're even like drowning out your feelings by ingesting certain substances. Maybe you find yourself indulging in too much drinking or in too much drugs because you just feel really frustrated and you just like want to numb the frustrations, it kind of feels like. But that's just like not really a good like way of doing things, you know what I'm saying? So in March, it's important that you are mindful of pushing people away or over isolating yourself and kind of just like being in the dark all of the time. It's good, yes, to take a break and to like, you know, be on your own a little bit and to reflect. But if you find yourself just like laying in the dark in your room with the blinds completely closed, barely leaving your room, because you just feel so discouraged and you're just like beating yourself up over the situation, that it's not really helpful. It's not really productive. It doesn't help you in any sort of way. You know what I'm saying? So be mindful of that. You know, maybe take some time to go outside, to sit under a tree, to meditate. You find healthy ways to reflect, to be in solitude without overdoing it, right? Because there's always two ends of a spectrum, right? So that might also just be a thing for you. For some of you, with the 3 of Cups reversed and the Hermit reversed, it might be that you find yourself distracting yourself from these feelings of frustration or whatever it is that you're feeling. You might be coping with that by going out too much, by not taking the time to reflect on how you might improve or what you can do better or what you can do differently, or like just different strategies, you know, maybe thinking about slowing down or like taking on something else or whatever it is, right? Maybe you find yourself indulging too much in the partying and again, like perhaps some form of substance abuse or something, because it's easier to do that rather than to like deal with your emotions, rather than to deal with feeling incompetent or whatever it is, right? And so again, I feel that you could make the best of the situation. You could make the best of this Hermit card by tuning in with your intuition, by listening to your gut. Maybe your gut has been telling you to slow down. Maybe your gut has been telling you that everything is going to be okay. But, you know, the rational mind, the ego can sometimes, you know, be louder than our inner self, louder than our intuition. Like, you know, it just becomes overbearing. And then just like mutes that intuition, mutes that side of ourselves. And so maybe some of us or some of you have been, might find yourselves ignoring your intuition and ignoring what your spirit guides are trying to say. But it seems as though like the answers are all within you. And through meditation, yoga, reflection, journaling, contemplation, getting grounded, all of these things could really help you not only to ease your mind, but to provide the clarity that you require in order to overcome these obstacles and oppositions. And with this Ace of Pentacles here, it seems that, yes, like you do have opportunities, right? There are opportunities in the horizon. It might appear by the end of the month or beginning of April, perhaps, but it just seems as though there are a lot of opportunities your way. There is something that is waiting to present itself to you, that is being prepared for you. But you might not see it, right? You might not see it because maybe you're over isolating yourself, or because you're stuck on doing things a certain way and refusing to renavigate or to look at things in a different perspective. Maybe with this Ten of Swords, it signifies how certain things kind of just like have to die off so that you can kind of like start from scratch and have like a blank slate almost. So that kind of makes, you know, so that like might be a thing for you as well. For some of you who might be over isolating yourself, it might be best for you to integrate or reintegrate with social life. Again, you know, find a balance in all of it. If you are just overworking yourself and placing far too much value on work and, you know, just like putting in all hours of the day into whatever it is that you're doing and neglecting your friends, neglecting your social life. March might be a good time to find balance between work and play. It might be a really good time to meet new people, to network, to do anything along those lines, right? To just go out and to be free and to like ease your mind a little bit for a few hours, right? Maybe having a movie night with friends, or going to like a bar, or going to like a poetry slam. I don't know what you do, right? Like whatever it is, it feels that you just need to give yourself a break rather than trying to force something to happen. You know what I'm saying? So that's really what I have for you, Capricorn. I hope that this was helpful. I hope that this resonates for you in some way. Let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear your feedback. Give the video a thumbs up. Yeah, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification to know when I upload my videos. And if you want to book a personal reading with me, you can do so at sinfulpluto.com. And if you want to find me on social media, you can do so on Twitter and Instagram at Sinfulpluto. With that being said, I'll talk to you later.